Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. I can put that there for the moment. Looks like Rumble is going, Twitch is going, Kick is going. Twitter is going. Looks like everything's coming online. YouTube, I still need to put a look at YouTube. YouTube is online. Time to activate the live chat window and turn on my macros, which allows me to move the camera of WASD. And there we go. I think everything is good to go. Save a preview on OBS, save some resources. And give me a moment to check my other computer. And looks like it's good on my other computer. So let's go ahead and get started. And immediately a spam bot on Kick. Why do I even stream the Kick? Give me a moment to clean that up. Oops, I actually put the probably Command and Conquer Revora server. Or Revora, not necessarily server. Either way, I think everything is good to go. So let's go get started. I do have a replay that was submitted to me, but it's a 4v4. Shall I do that? I shall do that 1 second. Just need a bit of a warm up. This should be fine enough. Give me a moment to open up my drink as well. Oh yeah, another note, I need to bring up that stream over there on my other window. And yep, let's get this bug. There we go. That was pretty simple enough. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another couple Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the blue Vermont got Fabian. Spawn bottom left side as the idle Soviets got Demarcus. I'm going to fast forward a little bit there because if players idle for too long, I'll just back out of the game. There's usually such things cause the game person to win and lose basically instantly. You immediately go with a second combat engineer. I think this first combat engineer should be building, and the second combat and they should be building together their structure, because this is just to me a penal opener if he's going for double combat engineer. And the delay of a minute 20 before placing that down, yeah, he should have used both combat engineers to get that power built as quickly as he can due to the severely late to start. But either way, the penal squad will be available soon. We already have an MG42 and Grenadiers on the field. Another Grenadiers on the build queue as well. And he immediately queued up the M3 because he had just enough fuel afterwards. Maybe he should have deployed the M3 first, then the penals? I have no idea. Having this late start is a massive issue. One way you can have reduce the problems of that late start that occasionally can pop up is actually having it make sure your game is solid at least onto a solid state drive, but preferably an NVMe. NVMEs are definitely the way of the future. We do have, and of course, our combat engineer easing force back. We've got an M3 almost built. He might as well reinforce his squad and be loaded back the M3. Another penal squad on the build queue as well. Let's see how well the Soviet player does get back in the game after a very horrible start. Penal Squad advancing. M242 already set on up. That may be able to get suppression down. Actually, that appears to be a line sight blocker. Grenadier is getting hit pretty bad. Even though the Pioneer is also there to support as well, and the Penal Squad does fall back because he was literally fighting against a whole army. Now the M3 there, I think the engineer should be loading the back of it. He has enough manpower to reinforce onto it. And does go ahead and get a garrison. The Penal Squads could push forward. This Penal Squad is being reinforced. Getting a little bit of repairs there because they actually took a little bit of damage. Do have now the MG42 there. He is partially in light cover. He needs to swing around, avoid the MG42 fire. Pioneers have not played down any Talon mines. He still has 70 munitions, or almost 70 munitions. Which suggests to me he has not placed down any Talon mines. He has plenty of munitions for Panzerfaust. He does flank the MG42 quite nicely. He does inside this garrison, was a horrible idea. That's a horrible garrison to be inside of. Penal Squad just going behind to engage that MG42 from the flank. The other one making a frontal sword does take a bit of fire there. Pioneers going to get some free damage on him with a few times the Pioneers actually be successful in combat. And 3 patrol forward there could receive a Panzerfaust. Engineers are at point blank range as well. Unit 42 is quite damaged there. And does force back the Grenadier there. Since the Engineer sells for all 4 members, he doesn't have to fall back with them. Getting to repairs as quickly as possible. If the first sign of enemies, he should garrison inside the M3. He does drop a model though, but still a good fighting position for them. Panzerfaust connects, Penals or Pioneers advancing. Dismounts there. It gets Panzer heavy cover there, that's a good idea. M3 has Veterancy 1, but likely gonna be Veterancy dead. Penal Squad's advancing, so he may be able to pick off this M3, likely will, but he will definitely get overrun by the Penal Squad's forcible disguise to fall back. And right now, the Soviet player has no field control whatsoever. Panzer Grenadier Squad on the build queue. Seeing the Penal play, it may be a good idea. I would say 2-2. 2-2s are adequate, and if he forces a Penal PTRS drop, PTRSs are pretty not. I hate Penal PTRSs. I would avoid Penal PTRSs myself. Because Penals are excellent combat squads, but they're heavily nerfed when they get upgraded to Penals, or the PTRSs. Do not have the guard mortar portion tech is activated, so I can bring in some guards. It's probably a good idea, though a mortar may be tempted with the MG42 being on point this entire game. This other Penal squads push away forward. Does shake a model drop there. This guy just needs to find some light cover and stay there. If you're in cover, you take you have faster suppression recovery. Does force back the MG42. You can see there, since he was also not being focused down, was able to recover suppression a bit quicker as well. Once they get in the out of combat state, they recover suppression very quickly. How suppression works in this game is you got units that provide a source of suppression, and you got the units receiving suppression constantly recovering it every tick in the game. And the amount they recover is based on a number of factors. Light cover provides okay suppression recovery. Heavy cover provides excellent suppression recovery to the point where it makes them generally immune to suppression. And then you of course got out of combat, in which they are nearly instantaneously gets recovered suppression. If your unit is suppressed without a combat, give a stop order command. It helps do some resetting some bugs where it sort of lingers around a little bit, and that way they can adjust their state, being saying, "Hey, I'm no longer suppressed" as well. For example, if a squad is crawling on the ground, they'd like to stay crawling on the ground even if they have recovered suppression. Give a stop order command, saying, "Hey, we're now stopping," and then they can reset their posture. Penal squads pretty forward. Right now there's 2 Penals, 1 guards versus 3 Grenadiers, 1 Panzer Grenadier, and the MG42. Combat Engineer not upgraded, neither the Pioneer. I think a big idea for the Wehrmacht player to eye for some Talon mines. Guards can go ahead and be upgraded with DPs, I would say. Of course, the Wehrmacht player is maintaining excellent field control this entire game. The Soviet player has not. Battle Phase 1's research, not Battle Phase 2. We do have another, we got 150mm mortar now up on field. Whereas the MG42 should be pretty effective. And not to mention with LMG guards or Grens as well. Because since they tend to stay static, they tend to be hit by mortars. MG42 set up right there, rifle grenade fired. He does do a nice split there, falls back there. The other squad's sticking to heavy cover. Panzer Grenadier is falling back. Guards do get suppressed there. Penal squad's in a good position. Throws out a satchel charge. And retreat. His own decorator was covering up the numbers a little bit. Could make it a bit hard to tell. After all, be a orange to red text on top of a red decorator. But the Wehrmacht player did manage to avoid it. 120mm mortars now raining on in.
We are losing territory.
Engineer is, of course, being overran, but those guards were, or Grens were pretty wounded. Does fall back there. 120mm mortar needs a main attack order or barrage order right there. Of course, his auto attack radius is right there. Entry 4-2 push forward. They're going to take some damage. They're in open ground, but not negative cover. And I don't think there's actually negative cover on this map. Even the water doesn't provide negative cover. Usually two sources provide negative cover, roads and water. But a lot of newer maps have been just getting rid of negative cover.
Must have been lied. Strafbat needs orders.
We do now have a squad of Jaeger Command Squad now deployed in the field. He has selected the Jaeger Infantry Doctrine. And he's also upgrading his Grenadiers with G43, so he's going for a bit more of a mobile force. And also blobby force, so the 120mm mortar could get some good work done. The nice thing about what I was saying before about Grenadiers somewhat vulnerable to 120mm mortars, because I was thinking static LMGs. Of course, these are mobile G43s. Good splash right there on those Grens. And just got these Grens capturing up that sector as well. On the right side, got the guards who are upgraded DPs. Do have the Tank of V Battalion T3. Though, even though it's called, I remember when this the Tier 3 and Tier 4 were actually separate buildings. Hence why it's called Tank of V, because it suggests to me my Russian is not very good, but I think the word Tank of V means tank. Which technically T-70 also is a tank, a light tank. S-76 is not considered a tank; it's considered a self-propelled gun. But still. Yeah, it was like the T-3476 and S-25 were in separate structures, right? Can't remember. It's been a very long time since that was changed. It's like 2012. No, after that. Maybe? I can't remember. Either way, we've got the Penal squad behind some heavy cover. Mortar strikes the squad here. Direct hit. We may see a satchel charge, but he may not have enough time to throw it. Yeah, decides to fall back there. You could try to throw a satchel charge over the hedge line. This mortar could be quite deadly, but he has moved out the radius. Yeah, that would have been deadly if he stood there. This Grenadier squad does get wiped out there. This Panzer Grenadier, not Panzer Grenadier, Penal squad will skip on out there. Next 120mm mortar may get a good hit there. This guard's getting overran, also in open ground.
T-70 light tank has arrived. Enemy forces are capturing our supplies. Yes? HMG here.
Panzer Grenadiers and MG pushing on the flank, but now the T-74 on the field, trying to get a powerful asset to turn the tide of the battle because he had a very late start. We have Battle Phase 2, we have almost enough fuel for a Panzer IV, and we do have Tier 3 built. So not need to spend manpower there. Save up manpower and fuel for a Panzer IV would probably be an excellent idea. He goes for a Stug. No, Panzer IV. He sees T-70, go Panzer IV. You don't need a Stug to fight a T-70. Panzer IV will be more than adequate. In fact, he can actually go for Ostwind. Both the Ostwind and Panzer IV would be a much, much better option than the Stug. The T-70 should alert him to the fact that his opponent is going to be very delayed before getting out his own tank. And no, he's fighting against penals, and he's only seen one guards and no penal PTRSs. There's no reason to go for the Stug. Stug is, in Cup Heroes 2, is effectively entirely anti-tank. M242 here. Stug now point of view, he best go for the Temple Mount, or else he'll be even more worthless. Panzer Grenadiers advance way forward, guards falling back as well. 150mm mortar does get a good strike there onto the MG42. Stug advancing. It's definitely going to be a very hard counter to the T-70. And I say that and it rolls a miss. Engineers are building something. Built Tier 2 to get out some Zis guns. Guards could get buttoned, but it's not very useful since he won't be able to really finish off. M42 hitting the penals over here. Stug falling back. Pioneers repairing up the Stug. And now got Battle Phase 3 being researched. Say a Brumbar wouldn't be a half bad idea. Fuel cost will be maybe a little bit high, so maybe a Panzerwerfer. Just don't go for a Panther. Does do a grenade there. G43 Grens do get swapped out with a stick grenade. Pioneers and Grenadiers do fall back. M42 should probably stick to the heavy cover there. Your command squad to eye to capture the sector. Unupgraded comm engineers before, they are Veteran C2. Now got a Zis gun on build queue. Smoke mortars now running on in. Pacifist firing onto the command squad. Got interrupted because I think the gunner model got killed. But it didn't actually look like that to me. Stug gets a good shot there. Infantry does get forced some back. Looks like they'll all not get wiped out now. And there goes T-70, giving the Stug no proper target. He goes for marked target onto the Stug. I don't know why he did that as well. Not like he had anything to tap at the moment. The Zis gun just got deployed in the field. And now got the Pioneers deploying out Tier 4, which is quite nice. I would definitely say Brumbar or Panzerwerfer. He probably more economical to go for the Panzerwerfer since he doesn't have too much fuel at the moment. But I can understand him sitting up for a Brumbar. And Panzer IV and Ostwind still actually valid choices, honestly. Guards do get suppressed there. Throws a nice grenade there, splashing the Penals quite significantly, and both those squads do fall back. Penal squad does fall back there. Got these guys now being healed up back here. The Soviet player actually been maintaining better VPs than the Wehrmacht player. Even though the Wehrmacht player had feels like he's just overall just winning the game so far. Both sides still have good amount of infantry on the field. One AT gun for the Soviet player, one still good for the Wehrmacht player. And also the Wehrmacht player is saving up for a Brumbar. MG42 far away, does get hit there. Good shot there on the Stug. MG42 got ripped apart. Panzer Grenadiers and Grenadiers pushed forward. Your command squad as well. MG42 does press some of these squads. Does hit by a mortar. The 120 mortar are pretty effective versus blobs. Guard squad will need to fall back. I thought I heard a Ziscon barrage. Yes, it is. I'm for the MG42. Guards who fall back. Mortar hits the MG42 as well, forcing them back. Looks like the Pioneers do reclaim the central MG42 as well.
Supply lines have been cut.
And looks like the Wehrmacht player is going for another Pioneer. We do now have these penal squads advancing their way forward. And we do now have these Pioneers trying to repair up the Stug. They should repair that up in no time. MG42 fire away, hits the guards. Penal squad trying to rotate around its flank. His Ziscon barrage also rained on in. I don't think he should have used his Ziscon barrage, save the munitions. Got these guys pretty forward. He could try a sneaky south charge, but does not. Tier 4 now being built for the Soviet player. He probably should get S-35. We do now have a Brumbar in the build queue. Very nice. Right now the guards are just bracing dirt. Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers, Jaeger Command Squad advance forward. MG42 far away. Of course, the guards are bracing dirt. They won't be able to be suppressed. And then they get suppressed. I thought that provides suppression immunity. Maybe that's just the conscript brace dirt. Smoke grenade was thrown there. And those penal squads had to fall back there. Probably could stuck around there a little bit. Pioneers engaged.
The enemy is taking what we have secured. We need to reestablish.
Doesn't say anything about removing suppression or resistance suppression. Of course, it does say can't be used while suppressed. Penals firing away. Got the guards, of course, bracing dirt there. Throws smoke grenade with the Jaeger Command Squad. Panzer Grenadiers pushing, keeping their distance. Do now have the burn bar advance way forward. May need to button it. This gun pretty far away. Decides to fall back the guards. Satchel charge. No, that's a frag grenade there. Satchel charge could be thrown out there. Great mortar strike. I think there was a squad wipe here out. One of the grenadiers got wiped out for that mortar. Penal squad needs to fall back as well. And got mark target there on the burn bar. Good shot there. Wipes the penal squad in return. 2 more pens, so may take up the burn bar. Looks like some line of sight block issue there. Does get a good pen there, but would not be able to secure the kill. Now is this gonna be able to kill? So player has minimal fuel income, so he may need to go for a T-76 at the current rate. But he is going for another Zisk gun. Nice bit of suppression there. Penal squad does get pinned. Zisk gun barrage gets directed there on the MG42. Stick grenade connects with the penal squad, does not dodge it.
Supply sector under attack.
That round lane a little bit far. Grenadiers moving forward. Burn bar is now fully repaired. Still, of course, need to be held in reserve. This gun barrage will be dodged. Grenadiers taking a bit of damage there. And now the Grenadiers are falling back. German player has enough fuel for another Panzer IV. Got these units pushing the way forward. Got the command squad, Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers do have ambush camouflage. Oh no, that's the command squad. And blue's not going for a Panzer Warfare.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. AT gun is ready for combat.
Nice smoke barrage there. Does not take capture the fuel sector before retreating back. Misclick there. And the penal, the Soviet player is behind the VPs now. Got triple capture against him as well. Panzerwolf can start hitting those support weapons. There's the Zisk guns, and maybe later on the 120mm mortar. Grenade will connect on those penals. Good hit there onto the MG42, starting to soft retreat on out of there. Now I got T-34, 85 now on the build queue.
We have a new T-34 standing by. Our points have fallen to 300.
Does take a pen there. Panzer or combat shooters do get wiped on out. Doubles this gun connects with the burn bar quite significantly. One of these AT guns is now efficiency 2, increasing rate of fire and weapon control, which is just accuracy. T-34, 85 and advancing. Panzer Warfare barrage engaging. It looks like a relatively max range Panzer barrage, so scattered and miss everything. We now have hold fire turned on for the T-485. Does get injured crit there. Still at melee range, so relative control there. Mark target on the still gets a massive hit there. And we've got a lot of damage from Peter's fire onto that still. Takes it out there. Panzerfaust connects. Needs another Panzerfaust to take out the T-485. He has enough munitions forward and a unit in range, or now out of range. He can sprint forward. He has plenty of munitions, up 300 munitions remaining. There's a grenade there. Panzerfaust from the Jaeger Command Squad will finish off.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Brumbar is still pretty healthy. So the Wehrmacht player still has a pretty good advantage with it. M42 fire away, suppress down the penal squad.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector. Supply lines have been cut.
And it looks like it's going to try to recover the Stilk. It has a heavy damage engine crit there, so it needs to creep on out of there. Which is possible. No source of smoke for the Wehrmacht player though, other than through the Jaeger Command Squad. Does have at least the LMG going. Does get a shot down the Brumbar. Double taps the Brumbar. Third hit there as well. These guys are getting pretty well vetted.
We have 200 points remaining.
Let's see another Brumbar. That's probably not a good idea though. I think Panzer IV would be a good way to go. Though with our cast vision, we know the Soviet player doesn't have too much fuel, so another Brumbar would be a fine choice. I just don't want to see the Panther. He also has that Stug, and looks like he will manage to recover the Stug, so yeah, go for another Brumbar. But something tells me that he's setting up for the Panther. He's going for a Panzerwerfer. That's perfectly fine, I would say. And after getting done reinforcing everything, he may have enough room for another Panzerwerfer. Just needs to get one more population there, be at 177. Though I think Panzerwerfer's a 12 population, right? So he will need to maintain not being fully reinforced to get out the double Panzerwerfer. But he has enough resources, that's for sure.
Forces are capturing our supplies. The enemy has cut off a sector.
NG-42 suppress one the penal squads, the fresh one. Advise to replace the fresh penal squad with the squad with a fresh penal squad rather than going for another guards. Double Zisgun shot there, good rifle grenade there. Looks like the M42 will skip on out there. Panzer Grenadiers or Penals or cognitive suppression. Here comes the Brumbar. Gets a great hit there. Takes out half of those remaining men.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Panzerwerfer could be striking there really soon. Does escape out right there. Panzerwerfer needs to advance forward closer to the Zisgun to get more active barrage. You want to fight what I would consider a medium range. Comes to a lot of the rock artillery. Oop, there goes that squad. Panzerwerfer rolled a giant miss or whiff.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Penal squad now advancing way forward, and the Stug's falling back.
We have an isolated sector.
Penal squad's pushed the way forward. on the Penals there. Does get a good shot there on those Commandeers, severely wounding them. This gun's already double tapped the Brumbar, one bounce there. Does get a 10 there. Brumbar does have access to Bunker Buster, good damage shot there onto one of those Penal squads. It looks like the Panzer Grenadier is taking some severe beating, and the Brumbar is falling back. Pioneers advance way forward, need to fall back, get some repairs going. In 4-2 providing some good cover fire. And the Panzer should be pretty close to off cooldown. Another 10 seconds.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. You have a use for these scum?
Do you need something?
Double this gun there. We do have now the T-34-85 on the build queue.
T-34 ready for combat. T-34 ready.
Penal squad's now advancing, got a decent force here ready to go, and 14 needs to roll their potato around. Penal squad's in, oh, there is a bit of negative cover there with that water. Guess as more of the shrubbery goes away, the more negative cover starts getting view. Does get a Panzerfaust there, Stug engaging. Gonna bring in a tank strafe as well. Oh, looks like he's not planning to do that. Rifle grenades, or no, stick bombs gonna go on there. Here's the MG42. One of the Panzer Grenadiers got wiped out. Were those crushes? Either way, T-485 goes down. Brumbar gets a good shot there. Panzer Grenadiers could try to get a bundle grenade over here. Stick grenade is cast. Does throw a mark target onto the Brumbar, but getting some bounces there. Two more pens and it's done for. And gets one pen. Main gun destroyed. And now we've got the Grenadier patrolling flank, decrease one of the Zis guns, and the sword players down to 81 tickets. Got some guards tapping the Panzerwerfer.
More of our troops have been lost.
And it looks like the Stug's getting slowly picked apart by the Veg-3 Zis gun. Panzerwerfer does give on there. Panzergrenadiers advancing. Panzergrenadiers use sprint ability to close the business, very nice. And does retreat on back after getting hit or receiving a bundle grenade. And looks like the Soviet player has in fact surrendered. This angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I do have a replay that was submitted to me at 4v4. I'm going to take time and restart the game client. I'll use the restroom while it's booting back on up, then get that one casted. Yep, there's Revora. I actually clicked on that. Back when I used to cast some Kane's Wrath, you have to do it online to do it. By the way, give me a moment.
Sega.
My apologies, I'm back. And now on to the 4v4. That was smooth to me. Wrong button. Panzer Warfare, penetration. Don't really think that's super useful. There's better boltons than that, but he's going for full Panzer Warfare. To warp some panzers. And no doctrine of artillery officer, strangely enough. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 or 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Soviet forces. We got Riker Durham. Spawn as the yellow Soviet forces. We got a foreign name Sentry. Spawn as the cyan US forces. We got a foreign name again. And spawn as the green British forces. We have a foreign name. Spawn on the south side as the purple Wehrmacht. We got a foreign name. Spawn as the orange OKW player, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the magenta OKW player, we've got Alex Mason. And spawn as the red OKW player, we've got Mahoney. Since the 4v4, there's always going to be some frame rate issues. I have no good way of preventing it. I did reduce some physics objects to hopefully mitigate it. Well, hopefully it's smooth enough as well. Company Heroes 2 has just never been optimized, and I think it's also more optimized for smaller number of cores, so newer processors which has more numerous but weaker cores. It is always a bit of a problem with some of these relatively older games. I'm also going to try to avoid clicking on players since that feels like it always causes some lag spikes. So we do have one player gone for mechanized support tactics, and we also have the mobile assault regiment. Orange getting easily overran there. His teammate is too far behind. The M242 should have sprinted straight into the garrison, but did not. Intersections down that side of the garrison. He could try getting the Vickers in there. I would generally attempt to do that. He could also try flanking the MG42. He could have the recovery sappers come over here, but he may decide to set the Vickers up right there, which is actually not a bad spot for the Vickers. But he's going pretty far forward. Do have early Wehrmacht mortar, but his OKW teammate was forced back pretty quickly there. Science now select the infantry company. And red has selected the breakthrough.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Up north, we do have conscripts, convoy engineers, more conscripts. Folks grenadiers, we've got Schumpires on the flank. This garrison's not a good garrison to fight from. You should generally avoid being with this garrison. Even for MG, since this side has no windows, I find it a very poor garrison to generally be in. What I'd like to do is, with MGs, at least try to put them along this a wall right there. Heavy cover. They try to angle it this way and this way. Kubon can take some damage there, but looks like let's get on there. Ooh, lost a squad there. Nice early pick for the Axis players. Volkswagen, there's a nice heavy cover, but conscripts as well. I hear Maxim firing away. It does manage to get some business pressure there. One of those guys must have been hanging out. Oh, if you got Volkswagen, there's behind some good heavy cover as well. Conscript getting close. This conscript squad may get wiped on out. Kuvan's going for it, but he's getting some good rear on the hits there. The Kuvan will go down. More of these Panzer Cruisers pushing forward. Getting on some light cover. I think he should go some heavy cover, but he may need to avoid the Maxim fire. Another Maxim inside this garrison. I said it was not a great garrison, but in this situation, mostly has an angle, and these guys getting light cover, so it's adequate. Incendiary grenade on the conscripts. Got another Vickers, or not Vickers, Maxim there. Falls back there. Does find an angle, hit that guy, and receive a incendiary grenade. Another Maxim sitting on up right here. Does throw an incendiary grenade into the garrison and not onto the Maximus firing against him. He's does get some AoE suppression there, and nice AoE splash damage from the flamethrower there as well. Over on the right side, looks like the Axis players do manage to reclaim some ground. We've got a couple mortars here. We've got a British mortar and a US mortar. I hate these models of mortars. I just don't like them. We also have defensive Vickers back here as well. Very nice. And there goes that Shroom Pioneer. I said I hated those mortars, but having 2 mortars strike them at very close range, which means the scatters nearly pinpoint, resulted in an instant wipe. Plus, he was only in light cover, and I think he's also in a general capture order, and so he was very stacked up there. So very poor position there, with a bit of unluckiness. But the unluckiness is more actually just not even the close range, which is just not necessarily luck based. A lot of smoke here. I do love seeing this. But wait, no, it's smoke. I can't see anything. Incendiary grenade has been thrown there. Rear echelon squad trying to capture the fuel sector. And we do, of course, have the recovery sapper. He has packed the MG42. Good mortar hit there. Double Vermac mortar. Double Vermac mortar is very nice. MG42 over here. So overall, I'd say the Vermac player is in a good position, barring the fact that mortars are far too close to each other. He needs to spread them out, which he's starting to do that now. This mortar just may need to fall back entirely, though. You could probably eye for a 2-5-1 half track there. Rear echelon squad gets wiped on out. Minor loss overall. A minesweeper would still be a good idea to have in the field. Got some mortars sitting over here. Rock squad's falling back to the ambulance. Very good. Vickers in a good position there. That's generally a good spot. I put the MGs behind that bit of heavy cover there. Usually the spots I like to get MGs, if I'm coming from this side, here's a primary spot. That's a good secondary spot. This can be a good spot as well, and for if I'm on this side, there's a good spot, and right there is also a good spot. And if possible, there. Conscripts push way forward. Conscripts pushing the way backwards. His teammates Conscripts are Uroi. Got the flamethrower here in a good position there. A heavy cover guys do receive bonus damage. Conscript goes inside this garrison. Not a great garrison. There's 3 on the side, but it's a Conscript squad. Frag grenade there on the flame engineers. Overall, I think it's just showing a good idea to stick behind this heavy cover. But we got the Maxim not in cover, but at least in good position. Which, for MGs, that's quite reasonable. We have a 4 HQ here, so it looks like Yellow has gone for the Urban Defense Tactics. We've got a 4 HQ there, which does include a lot of free medics. Live firing away, a lot of indirect fire by the Axis players. Intersection does pop out of there, and we've got the base artillery running on in. Captain getting suppressed. Fire technical squad needs to fall back to ambulance. M42 is falling back as well. Let the look at that points captured. Now fall back to ambulance. Ford HQ here. Generally, let's see where I put the Ford HQ for OPW is right here is a good spot, and here can be good, but a bit more risky. I generally put my Ford HQs around here. Though another spot could be actually, yeah, right here is actually not too half bad as well. You don't have to go very good, you just have to go for good. Another 40 HQ there, so, and those are not necessarily cheap, 40 fuel. Good hits there on that constant squad, but right now they have plenty of healing and 4 reinforcements here. Does get hit there, so it denies the healing. Maximum repositioning, and we've got a incendiary light barrage, looks like. Yep, looks like Magenta has gone for Fear Storm. Nice bit of suppression there. AoE suppression connects. And that Maxim getting both, yeah, the suppression will maintain. Good Molotov there. Fight fire with fire. And the conscript stops the decap the field point. Very nice. His teammates' conscripts can advance forward, though one is quite wounded. May want to stick near towards his teammates' forward HQ, just get that healing going. I always had the mindset to preserve as much power as possible, because manpower is the most important resource. I rate manpower higher than fuel. And we do have some MP40 squad, so we've got 2 Fear Storm doctrines. And looks like both the Fear Storm players did in fact go for Battle Group HQ rather than going for Mechanized HQ. I always find the best ability of the Fear Storm, in my opinion, is actually the Open Blitz truck. It allows you to go from Mechanized HQ without having problems with the medics. Ooh, great shot there by the Zis. I do believe the open blitz truck is the best ability in this doctrine. So, and I think incendiary missions for lags, they're nice, but in my opinion, a little bit more on the overrated side. High explosive barrages are just generally so very good. If you need crowd the garrison, high explosive does just fine. Not as great as incendiary, but I don't really put too much value in the incendiary lag barrage, honestly. But that's just more my preference. I just like using Fear Storm to get the open blitz truck for an ambulance, and then get the mechanized HQ for this. It's very powerful assets. Looks like the Battlefield HQ is taking some fire there. And Girl's got the Zis barrage running on in, and booby trap there. Put it there onto the MG42. Lags getting pretty hit there. Both players should either get the lags pretty or the Zis guns towards the Fort HQ, just get that healing going. Blue lost a squad there, maybe another conscript squad. I hear a lot of indirect fire. Red's gone for 2 lags as well. So there's a lot of field guns. We do have the pack detonation there. MG34 is in a good coverage position, but not necessarily in any cover, which is generally okay for MGs. Because usually units have to be in cover to fight them. And let's see, we'll lose the squad as he starts trying to go to Senior Draw, or the armor-piercing rounds. Those try to recruit it, but he's suppressed, so he will not be able to cover it. More Senior Draws there. Good regular hit there. Down here, we do have now the Incendiary Barrage and smoke rounds are raining on in. And we've got now a M15A half-track now pulled in the field. Good amount of damage there. Volkswagens do fall back. We do have now these forces advancing. I have been going to see a Zisgun barrage. Oh yeah, the booby trap as well. Zisgun barrage got a pretty decent hit there, but upon no other rounds going to be successful. Those grenades there, got actually a decent grenade there. Throws another grenade onto it, or a senior grenade. Constantly fall back. But everything else needs to fall back there as well. So did lose the Zis gun, at least gets decrewed, but did stop the assault. Trimpire's eyeing for some landmines. Because I got some mortars raining in over here. And mortars raining in over here. We do now have a Centaur now pulled in the field. Bit of damage there onto the Volkswagen. Good shot there in the half track, but not responding, so he looks like he's going to lose it. Nope, he sent a miss there. Got these guys, but M1919's firing across the bridge. Does get suppressed, and it's going to try to crawl across the bridge. And those bridges are not very durable. Doesn't take too much to knock that bridge out and lose all those squads. Full retreat there. And now Blue's going for Katusha. And 4-2 falling back. The Cannibal Fur rotating around. Incendiary Barrage running on in. And we got a decent hit there. So guys, this barrage is over here and onto the Maxim as well. Incendiary barrage raining on in. Getting some good hits. Oh, here we do have more incendiary barrages raining on in. Now got the MG falling back there. Got a decent gamma bomb there. Pack 40 falling back. Yeah, command squad straight forward. In 1990 straight forward, they do get suppressed by the MG42. Got of course some sort of healing back there. Grenade there. Decent rifle grenade. Very good rifle grenade. Blob straight forward. And blobs are vulnerable to high explosives. We got a student's boost on the queue for red now. Conscripts advance before, another Zis barrage running on in. And we got a forced retreat there on those conscripts. And many incendiary barrages running in this region. Got a flare there, got some hits there on the, what's we call it, Year Command Squad. And then incendiary barrage there. Oh, got the open burst truck there now. Very nice. Also pretty useful since he did lose his forward HQ. So now he has a source of healing. And Magenta has all structures built on the field. And red only has 2. So Magenta may be eyeing for a King Tiger. Blue's going for a second Katusha. I think right now the US player should be eyeing for a Priest. He's a little bit more command points, but there's a lot of bunch of forces, so I think the US player should eye for a Priest. Green has access to land matches. One of those players should go for some powerful indirects. Or the US player, Cyan, did in fact go for a Skull. Good grenade there. Oh, here do you have now T-476 getting some shots over here. Super Boost Barrage needs decent hits. This 4 HQ has been fully destroyed, maybe been burnt down. This one's still alive and has plenty of health remaining. T-476 gets a good shot there. And I heard a demolition charge here. We also got another forward HQ here, mainly built. There's a barrage raining on in. Misses the Opal Blitz. You're now assigned to put out a priest. One priest has been ordained. And looks like green has gone for the Queen's Mattress. Got a recon pass by the US player. We do now have a land match barrage running under, a rifle grenade fired. I think that's actually a flare. Land mattress barrage running back here, a lot of support weapons. Yeah, I really need to aim with the land mattress at this point in time. It's going to get some good hits. Transport for barrage now retaliating. Rifle player there, very nice. Gets the ambulance, thinking the guys were going to go over there, but he did in fact avoid it. Centaur is provided some infantry backbone. Or at least the tibia. You now have Panzerfaust under the T-3476, narrowing the engine. 7-man conscripts getting hit by the various light fire. They're pretty idle right there, or static for one. Grenadier is firing away. Conscript Squad 1 needs to potentially fall back. There's barrage running on in. And the Bolt Grenadiers do get fully wiped. There's Russian firing away from the Maxim. And now the squads will get pinned on down. We've got some sort of ability here. Looks like a US strafing run. Or no, the Starvek strafing run.
Fresh Guards troops are standing by.
Centaur Patrol forward has their students, has scan ability. Double tap on the Centaur needs to keep him pulling back. There's enough smoke to reach out to protect it. Gotta blow up the units pretty forward. And there's another Katusha barrage running on in, gives good hits. We can see a KV-2 on the field, as well as an ISU 1 and 2. Of course, we've already seen the Land Mattress and the Priest. Over here, possible left 18 for Magenta, but they have enough indirect fire. I don't think it's actually a good idea. Probably just use a smoke run, stupid dive bomb. Yep, we've also got the 2 Fear Storms in the field. And of course, Breakthrough, so a Panzer, Jag Tiger, blah, would be a good idea. But let's see, Red does have a Sure Pants Quarters. So I either go for the Jag Tiger or the King Tiger. We're thinking a 4v4, I think the Jag Tiger may be a little bit better. Something to just engage armor at long range. Of course, why else would you not select that doctrine in a team game other than go with the Jag Tiger? Good shot there in those Volks. You see possible Katusha barrage there. These Panzers may fall back. The 4-2 wouldn't stay on the front line. Oh, Yellow's gone for a quarter half check. While just trying to get some anti-air support primarily, and some anti-infantry support as secondary. Does hit the Panther Strike shot there, but can work for not rotating around.
Close air support is available.
Good damage down onto that recovery engineer. Decides to throw a smoke grenade there. And sends some fire. Another straight round from the Soviet player. Spruce does get a decent hit there. Either 76 advancing. And try to push right forward. Does get shot there. Before some 6 should just probably get on out there. Does time to pick up the big river and needs to fall back, get some repairs. Land Mattress raining on in. Get some good hits there. Got a Jag Panzer to one field, which is a nice asset. Good kill there. I think it fully destroyed at the mortar. Rifle flare fired. Firefly deployed on the field, as well as everything else. Priest. Ooh, a large number of kills there. A couple of those are medics, so he may have lost a full Volks, looks like. That may be a creeping barrage. Smoke run there for a bit of a recon pass as well. Suga dive bomb somewhere in this region. He is falling back. And he's directed on the Major and onto the Priest. Jackson on field. At this point in time, the ambulance should just probably fall back home, set them up, get rid and just use the ambulance and just avoid one at the Major. This player doesn't have too much manpower on the field, so probably a good idea to just avoid the Major at the moment. And Blue has not deployed the ISU 152 on the field. Malta some throws, good hit there. ISU 152 advancing. Yeah, Panzer firing away. Conscript gets an AT grenade off, but no suppression because it wasn't damaged. Axel rounds load on up, does get a bounce there. We've gotten out the Breakthrough Doctrine's Sector Assault now activated. or assault artillery. Kind of work, or Fisher's firing away. Aircraft got shot down. Some sort of Soviet aircraft. Wipes out that weapon. Conscript moving forward. Right now, the Allies do have a slight advantage of VPs, but the advantage is only slight. Conscript was in fire from multiple sources. Does throw an AT grenade on the Opal Blitz, just being annoying there. Opal Blitz may go down. Does go down to the Katyushas. P-4 does get a good shot there onto the Advanced Fusiliers. 6 barrage raining on in. Wipes out the Maxim, gets good hits on the conscripts, which may be wiped out by this guy here. Forge Q is still existing. And now we've got the KV-1 or KV-2 now pulled in the field. Put down those forts. Conscripts taking some hits there as well. Those are grenade up there, wipes out that squad. Good hit there. It does wipe out that squad entirely. Yeah, Panzer getting some good shots there. Looks like the KV-1 is the point of view. Yeah, Panzer does get a engine crit there. Moving forward, trying to push forward. Does get enough splashes there. I think it will go down to 2 pens. Captain there. Now got another Katyusha barrage raining on in. Or not Katyusha, land mattress. Getting some good hits across all those units. And also this Jagdpanzer needs some severe repairs. This Jagdpanzer did not take any more fire there. There is a mechanized HQ right there for forward repairs. Which I think is a good idea for OPW players to group up their mechanized HQs to get some good shared repairs. And the T-476 does go down there. At this point in time, it may be a good idea for Yellow to either go for Su-85s, but they're only playing against Jagdpanzers at the moment, really, as well, so maybe just not deploy any armor. Got a lot of weapons here. Another priest has been ordained. Brain stuff's taking a bit of beating, so has land mattress. Double land mattress barrage running on in. I thought I saw a reconnaissance pass there for a brief moment. Does hit those weapons only slightly though. A lot of damage does hit these fuel silos. Folks take big damage there. And nice grenade there onto the captain. Over left side do now the Advanced Fusiliers engaging. Rifle flare fired, but the Panzer Fusiliers will need to fall back. This will give a bit of spotting. Ooh, bit of friendly fire damage there. Red's now deploys Jag Tiger. It is advancing, does have the Valkyria Chronicle skin. I do love ornate tanks. Take some pride in the work. And that's the reason why ornate stuff is always quite nice to see. AT grenade connects the Jagdpanzer, 2 pens and stun core. We also got a shoe mine here. Here's 6 Goose barrage running on in. HQ has been destroyed, and I'm not sure anything else really got hit there. KB1 or KB2 does get a good shot there, and the ISU 152 does also get a good shot as well. Good pen there onto the KB2. Got some good damage over here.
Forces are neutralizing a sector. We have a new Su-85 to deploy.
Great shot there on those Volks. Oh, I don't know why I feel that. Okay, he's hitting that guy. But you got the Suxafus barrage, rocket barrage. He's not shooting back. Does eat a bit of damage there. HQ gets hit there as well. So the commentators can simply repair that up, and does give it healing. Think of the follow, Dimitri Ko. Welcome to the stream. Probably butchered your name. Yeah, close enough. Good grenade hit there. Yag Panzer, Yag Tiger could destroy the gun. And rolls a miss there. And he may be just forced on the ground or he's in back order. Not sure what's going on there. Camouflage his Yag Panzer creep his way forward. We've got both Su-85 and ISU-152, but I've been seeing high explosive rounds on the load of ISU-152. People always say you should never load armor-piercing rounds to it, but I disagree. It's still a pretty good tank destroyer. And if there's something nobody else taking out the vehicles, you have to load armor-piercing rounds. You can always, if you need to hit infantry as well, you can always load a concrete-piercing round if needed. Good pen there onto the ISU-152. Good shot there onto the MG. Good there, once again on the MG. Comms unit is going to have a bit of time for repairs. Captain on the flank, only upgraded with the bar, not the M1919. Captain getting ripped apart there, does fall back. It feels like the allies get hit pretty hard there. The good spot for the KV-1 is actually behind this little bit of shrubbery and all that sort, deployed and started lobbing rounds over there. I think people underutilize the siege mode for the KV-2. It is very fun and very useful. Bit of damage there onto the Fort HQ. It'll likely get burned down. Got the Eagle Owl here as well. Of course, it doesn't have the scan function anymore. That was been removed because it was actually buggy. I think Magenta just went for his King Tiger. Recovery sappers advancing, trying to recover their souls. Does take out that 6-pounder. Got the King Tiger advancing. Now got a Katusha barrage in raiding over here. You have now these units, these weapons getting decrewed. Ooh, great shot there on that AT gun. ISU-152 eyeing for the Panzer Fusiliers, but maybe just want to load some armor-piercing rounds with the King Tiger. Ooh, something just died there. I think that was Recovery Sapper. Oh.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Blue's lost a Katusha somewhere. Got some good pens there. Looks like ISU-152 trying to hit the Panzer Fusiliers. Does take out a weapon though. King Tiger falling on the back. Katusha barrage remaining right there. Gets good damage. Molotov thrown in after them. Bolstering is here, getting hit by some high explosive. Can't think that's a KV-2 or ISU-152. Concert falls back. SU-5 does roll a bounce there, but the IU-2 is severe damage, does not get a bounce fall assault there. King Tiger just getting pummeled there, holy crap. Was that thing at like full health 3 seconds ago? That thing got pummeled. It was like 2 6-pounders, this gun, SU-85. It just felt like there was a shooting gallery there. Jackson may even fire some rounds there. Got 2 Jagdpanzers camouflage right here. Or at least one camouflage. The other one can't camouflage. Ooh, good hit there by the priest. One tap on the Jackson, and does send a round in return. Remember as well, when Jagdpanzer do have armor skirts, not only do they get a little bit of armor, they actually have their health increased by 40, which may not seem enough, but does mean they can take 4 pens and live. Aircraft did get shot down, if it means anything. We got still a dive bomb somewhere here. I think around here. Both priests have become omnipotent. And what I mean by that, I mean they're now everywhere. This gun won't have trouble penning the Jag Tiger. These guys are getting ripped apart by the Katyushas, particularly the MG is fully destroyed. King Tiger advancing, both the Jag Tiger and the King Tiger has taken 1 pen. The Jag Tiger has taken another pen there. So it's the King Tiger there, and that AT grenade did not get interest in there because you need a bit more than 1 pen. And those Super Screws does get picked off by the SU-5. We've got double Panda Shrek Explosives here. There goes the SU-5. The other SU-5's going back at the rocket barrage there. Jackson advancing his pen there. Unless Jackson falling back, he's keeping max range. He needs a little focus rounds on, I'd say, in ISU-2. Gets a good shot there on the Advanced Fusiliers. This gun gets a pen there. Now a bunch of Z3 as well. King Tiger almost dead. 1 more pen is done for. Here's the squad getting pinned and wiped. Script's going to fight 1. While advancing. Hold fire, prioritize fire, bounce there. He's trying to go with the King Tiger. I definitely would go for this myself. Does take some fuse. Turret rotation with the King Tiger is not perfect. Far from it. And does take out the King Tiger there. Maybe we'll take out the Jagdpanzer. 1 more. 6-pounder got it. Those use the Quorum Rope. I would say that's worth. KAV-2 needs to fall back, took some severe damage. Looks like down south is pretty idle. Looks like Magenta is just trying to relocate everything. I say don't go more than 2 Zis guns protecting a path. Past or not Zis gun, AT guns is the maximum I'll say to protect the flank. Have the other Pack 40 rotate up here. You're going to donate so much population in this region to hold the line. I say 2 MG42s, 2 Pack 40s is adequate. He has 3 and 3 plus a bunker. I say have an MG42 cover this area, Pack 40 in both areas, and task the other 2 weapons to the center. Because you have to participate in the center of the map on this map. Because of the tug of war fight over here. And honestly as well, you could probably just leave 1 MG and 1 Pack 40 if you're at a point where you have plenty of fuel, like Purple does have. It could warrant also for him to only leave 1 MG and 1 Pack 40 to guard the VP specifically, and you can simply abandon the fuel point. It's become less and less valuable, though his teammates still actually need it though. Got a mark target on to the Jag Tiger. Couple pens, couple bounces. Good pens there onto the Jag Tiger. And looks like Evap. Evap has been pulling field. I assume he gets a shot there onto the Pensacola Sears. And he's getting hit pretty badly there. And there goes the Jag Tiger. The Jackson will likely go down, but I say that's worth it. They may escape out of there, utilizing the burning carcass of his prey. And now got a decent Panzer Warfare barrage, but actually didn't get as much as I expected. He does manage to escape on out of there. Smoke is no longer there. Maxim covers retreat, and Jackson escapes on out of there. 2 AT guns go down. There's some carcasses there. Got a Churchill here. I do love Churchills. Churchills are actually very, very nice. I think people overrate Comets. Churchills, they're incredibly beefy. A wave of Churchills can take a beating, a big beating, and could allow your other vehicles to do a bit better work, or your other teammates' vehicles. Plus, they have excellent anti-infantry to go along with it. Their main guns, just okay. They're a tank among tanks.
Supply sector under attack.
Yeah,
Vehicle marking available.
S-35 does take some good hits there. Captain advancing. Got commandos for power or hold fire turned on. Ooh, great shot there by the priest. Commandos took a spot there. Needs to turn off hold fire. Let him defend himself. Senior grenade there. Now you need to hit the retreat button. Throws a gamma bomb out. Explodes the Volksgrenadiers. Infantry 34 getting hit. And got a nice smoke run being pulled out somewhere. Edges of recon pass. MG takes some damage. Volksgrenadiers now advancing. ISU 152 pushing forward. I hear Panzer Warfare barrage up here. It does get a full wipe on the conscripts. Hits the MG quite hard. Orders queue there has been destroyed, but I see another one building background. KV2 getting hit. The amount of AT bullets in the field, I think it's a bit better as a static emplacement. Plus they have a hold over the central VP. So it being a good static emplacement to help out the ISU 152 is quite nice. And I'm pretty sure some of this stuff retains as being line of sight blockers, so bring the KV2 here wouldn't be entirely half bad as well. Another good spot for the KV2 can be around here, though it's a little bit iffy. Got line of sight blockers here, and it's probably not a good idea. Panzerfaust was completely worthless there. Eagle Owl and MG34 there. Does lose the Zis gun. And looks like so we got the shoe mine there and wiped out the good amount of the Shroom Pioneers there. They does take out the landmine there. The birds doesn't get deformation action, so got a little bit confused there. And orange not deployed King Tiger. Wait, no, he already had a King Tiger. That was this one here that got ripped apart. Right there onto the Volcano Warfare. MG straight forward. See up here, red has a bunch of idle units. Is red AFK? Looks like red went AFK. I'm curious how for long. Good hit there on the ISU 152. Maybe just need to use a quick rush and break. Good damage there on the ISU 152. Trying to fall back there. Conscripts are suppressed. Conscripts falling on back now. here. Looks like this guy does get suppressed, and looks like red. No. Yellow went AI. So yellow is now replaced by an AI. Who knows how that will go? That means blue will likely need to start make sure cover the northern VP, make sure it's nice and secure. AI can work for some time frame. The best thing AIs can do is being hyper aggressive, capturing sectors. But also, who knows what that exactly entails? Tend to be also a bit reckless with units. Gonna pin down the Yag Tiger. KV2 is charging way forward. Good shot there. Massive hit there by the KV2. ISU 1-2 does get a good shot there. Yag Tiger should be able to finish off the KV2. Yag or Jackson, evap rounds loaded. Going for the Eagle Owl. I'll say ignore the Eagle Owl. It's expendable. Gets a good evap shot there onto the Yag Tiger. Managed to flank around. Got a Panther strike here with the defense and this Wooden Panther. And red has to keep his front armor exposed this way. Let the Panther do his work. It's at that point in time it's probably dead. Jackson making a good shot there. Needed to continue rotating the turret with the vehicle there. Did poor control there. Could have done a little bit better. He's gonna need 110 on the Panther to take it out, but the S-25 does finish it off. If you're gonna lose a unit, just try to do as much damage before it goes down. Oh, double Panzer Warfare barrage. Okay, red's no longer AFK. Must just need a rush to break some of that sort. Since the 46-minute point, it's a little bit more understandable where people have trouble holding the bladders. Let's do it. For example, through this entire stream, I've been drinking water and I'm starting to go myself. We do have now the King Tiger getting repaired on up. Very nice. Oops, I should not have clicked on it. The more times I click on between players, the more likely they'll cause some lag spikes. Stun grenade does get avoided, or just straight up miss. We also have a booby trap over here. We may see a concrete ground here. Got 88 kills, no concrete ground. I thought that would be a great time for a concrete piercing ground. Does get a couple Panzer shots there onto the Panzer Fusiliers. It's getting hit by the AI quad. Got a pen there on the King Tiger. Crush Jackson. Yag concept. Crush Yag concept flying away. I think that's the rock artillery cross there. Oh no, that's a straight and run. Farm up straight forward. The Allies have a good amount of vehicles in the field, but so does the Axis players. Orange, for example, has both the Yak Panzer and the King Tiger. And a bunch of other light support units there. Magenta still has a little bit too much there. Yeah, it's pulled off the AT guns. I'll say keep one there. Smoke around there. Magenta has a lot of fuel stored on up. Magenta should be eyeing for some other assets than just Panzer Warfers. I would generally say a Panther probably wouldn't be half bad with not an armor they're fighting against. Panther's also good mobility and health, and good gun to fight armor. Jackson gets ripped apart by the Pack 40s, however. The AI is looking for some forward. I don't know if the AI can use a RAM. Oh, then again, no, the AI can use RAM. I've seen them try to ram Koopa wagons. Yeah, that's not such a good idea either. I know for my mod, I've been sort of trying to work on making the AI a little bit smarter, where The AI is forced to retreat units at 1 man. It's just like it forces them to retreat immediately if they're down to 1 man, to make them a bit more difficult. And trying to work on, rather than trying to have them just use random battle groups, make them get a custom battle group that's specifically designed to counter what your opponent's trying to pull in the field. Try to at least make it a bit more entertaining, engaging. Other things where it's like they have abilities that get forced to be used if they meet conditions. Oh, great Panzer Warfare barrage there. Takes out one of the comm engineers. Strip barrage raining on in. Tiger advancing. Let's get a good pen there onto the ISU-152. SU-85 specifically forward. Does wipe out that squad entirely.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Fresh comp engineers because they needed more repairs. Blue's pop cap. Yellow is not pop cap, but of course AI. It would never be a pop cap ever again. If AI is a pop cap, something went very wrong or very right. There goes the Panzer. Green is a pop cap, but Cyan is not a pop cap. Must be losing quite a bit. In fact, 2 priests pulling out something there. Probably another Jackson. Probably, and Cyan is a little bit low in manpower and a little bit low in fuel. Has plenty of munitions, so may want to bring in some more time on targets. And you can also bring up a major for his recon pass there. I assume he does take a Faust there. Land matches barrage running in, getting some great hits. A lot of good hits there. Takes out the Opal Blitz. Good hits there. Good shot there on the captain. Bundle grenade misses. Make it wipe there, but the captain took a pretty good hit there as well. Captain needs to fall back. Like FC5, do now have the British armor pushing forward. Churchill tangling with the Panther. Looks like the Centaur could push forward, has plenty of health. Got a double pack 40 there though. Churchill's going to take a bit of a beating there. The Centaur could try to get the scan ability there. I think the Churchill's trying to go for the Mills Bomb. Nope, the knee special 2-1. And here comes the Centaur. Wipes out one of the crews. He didn't go for the scan ability, but he did largely dodge it. Churchill needs to start falling back. He's taking a bit of a beating there. He does have beautiful crew repair and missions forward. The Churchill still has a bit of health to work with. He may be able to withstand one more hit still. But I mentioned still has retains decent armor. But Churchill needs to just fall back and use the vehicle crew repair. Since now yellow's an AI, blues have to station some units here to perhaps keep this VP secured. Port half track maybe not half bad, but they're not really fighting against any loiters. Just a couple or a single strafing smoke run. Both hikes was barraged there by the Tiger. Let's see, how much munitions does blue have? Not too much munitions, so he can't really afford quad half tracks, so he does have tier 2, so maybe go for Maxim for that region. Good there on the AI's M5 half track. Hikes some rounds there onto the Zisgun. Zisgun does get the crew. The Tiger is, of course, actually a pretty nice support weapon. If you can feed it missions, it can be a very nice anti-infantry tool. It has, not necessarily very nice, but it allows you to spend munitions to give it help it fulfill a role it doesn't usually fulfill. Got another Katusha barrage there. Other barrages, just a lot of barrages. This map is mush now. Oh, there's a full wipe. Pioneer yelled out retreat. He couldn't take his own advice. Triple pack 40 rotating ground. The Churchill will take a bit of a pounding. 2 pens, 1 bounce. Here comes the Landmaster's barrage. The Churchill should start falling back, may get repaired. And here comes the Landmaster's barrage, getting some decent hits. S-35 falls on back. S-35 picks up a couple of pins there from the pen strip. And the AI's S-35 does go down. And a high explosive barrage there on the cannon whipper. Or nope, he does use it and cancels it. Although I thought I saw the ability there. Let's use the APBC round shells. APC-BC.
Estimates show the enemy at 300 points.
Taking on some pretty sizable pins there from his S-35's. Got a bet 3 S-35. Maybe he'll finish off this. Does finish off that guy there, but does go down in return. Good trade for blue.
Heavy armor has been lost.
Ooh, S-35 took a pretty good hit there. Does go down as well. Tiger falling on the back. Got triple pack 40 there. Green says that Churchill has all of his armor there. Blue's going for another pair of S-35s. You know, maybe Mass Team before some 6s. Though I have a bias towards Mass Team before some 6s, but I do still like S-35s. Great hits there by ISU 152. He has also built another Katusha, because that is unvetted. And last time I checked, he had a 1 veteran C3 Katusha. Yag Tiger or Yag Jackson 34. Good bounce on the King Tiger. Captain Fire awaiting the Obslassen. And I got the Yag Panzer and the King Tiger falling back. Over here, this Yag Panzer push way forward. Some artillery here. Takes the Katusha there. I think that was yellows. Yeah, that was not blues. And re-garrisoning or restationing these weapons over there. Since the green is pushing forward over there, so keeping the extra pack 40 over there wouldn't be half bad. Good Scott hit there. Multiple good hits there by the indirects. Scott does take a good hit. Amazing tank rifle grenade there. Nope, nothing on the AIs. T70, T476. If they are smart, we'll continue focusing on that HQ. King Tiger has his drone exposed. T70 goes down. T-3476 goes down. Mark target on the King Tiger. I hear some Spruce Barrage striking that weapon, wiping it down. Yeah, I think it's the yellow AI. This yellow AI is pretty good, just constantly pushing objectives. AI do receive extra resources, primarily in manpower, as well as a bit of munitions and fuel. Flame heads are core of the field. King Tiger does go down. Jackson does take a beating there. Jackson does go down. Conscript's firing away, getting some good damage. We do have them getting hit by a grenade. And I realize my microphone's sort of drifting down. I need to get some new equipment. I think this microphone, a stand, and wind cover I have all is starting to fail. Flame Hexer does take some hits there. Does get a good anti-tank grenade onto it. There goes the Yag Panzer. Good hit there. Takes out the S-35, the Stupsafus. So Wolfram Hatchback can get some kills. This Flame Hetzer does go down. Bounce there. These guys are battered, bruised, beaten, primarily the S-35s. Aggression squad gets wiped out. MP40 squad getting hit by the Scott. ISU-52 is up to 121 kills. Very significant. And Marcher still get decrewed. I'm trying to think of what else other unit has been on the field for quite some time. I think the ISU-52 is the longest living vehicle on the field right now. Who's going for a third? S-35. He really wants his anti-tank. He's relying on the ISU-152 for his anti-infantry. For good reason. These guys need to start falling back. S-35 does go down. Yeah, Panzer's pushing the way forward. Massive hit there. Yeah, Panzer's firing away. ISU-52 is Veteran C3, of course. After 100 kills, should have Veteran C3. He has charged away forward. Got Penal Squad here. If the AI was smart, it would throw a satchel charge. There goes one of those guys there. We do actually have armor-piercing rounds loaded in the ISU-52, so got a vehicle kill there. That was his 7th vehicle kill there, so he's been doing a good job of switching between the rounds. I have not been paying super good attention to what ammunition's been loading. I just know it's been doing some good work. King Tiger taking a bit of beating there. Yag Panzer is abandoned. King Tiger finished it off. I think Yellow was the AI was trying to claim it. Good 10 there on the King Tiger.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Landmaster's barrage raining on him. We can over for rolls of bounce there. ISU power to retaliate. Oh wait, I also see 4 friendlies killed. I think we saw a bit of that. Oh, looks like King Tiger got a one-shot on the squad as well. Up to 26 kills now. No Pinto Mount onto him just yet. Or just up for more rocket barrages. So honestly, the Pinto Mount will probably do a bit better work. Another 6 boost barrage running on in. Full wipe there. Picture barrage running on in. Massive hits there. Wipes out all those crews. Good AT grenade onto that King Tiger. It does get a mark target onto as well. So the SU-35 Spartan does finish off the King Tiger no problem. Red has only this stupid boost remaining. Aircraft got shot down in our face. Access players down to 20 tickets, not too many remaining. Good hit there. Oh, and we got shocked. The AI sharpshoot picked up a LMG-34.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
Red's coming from those 6 of foos. Blue, the person with the ISU-2, has over 1,000 manpower, good amount of fuel, and ultimately a pop cap. Could squeeze out something else, but not much else. Maybe another comp engineer just for extra repairs. Greens also has that pop cap and has even higher resource float, so good on him. Doesn't seem like too much there, honestly. Churchills do consume a bit of population. Access players are now down to 9 tickets. Ziscun barrage under this garrison from the AI. Now Ziscun, well, it is a mounted Ziscun. Took to a dive bomb. Use it as a decapture device. Remember, Stuka Dive Bomb can decapture sectors. So, emergency decapture at 5 BPs remaining. So, they are still trying to win the game. They're getting a little bit desperate, though. Green's constantly providing pressure there, so this player is unable to rotate and help on the center. And with just 2 Churchills occupying all these forces, I think it's going quite well for Green. You don't have to win. Sometimes you have to make your opponent lose more. Does lose the Panther there. King Tiger advancing. Takes up the Jackson there. King Tiger straight forward. This VP is captured. Pikes around there. 2 VPs, 1 VP remaining. S-85 is trying to pursue the King Tiger. AT Grenade could connect. IS-152 is at 144 kills. Plus 4. And once this sector gets captured, 145 kills, it will be game over. We do now have the commandos falling back there. GG's being casted. Zoom officer advancing. Great warp, Panzer barrage, wipe out that squad entirely. Someone to capture a little bit longer. IS-2 rotating around. May have got more friendly kills there. Nope. So that's 150 kills, technically. And that's going to be game. And that is game. The ISU-152 end the game with technically 150 kills. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need his restroom, so I'm going to take time, reboot the game, and then use the restroom, and probably get one more replay done for tonight. I just need to restart the game to get it going. Come on, I have to use the restroom.
Sega.
My apologies, I am back. Let's see now. Let's finish off the day with a nice, simple 2v2. And both of them starts now, so should be fine. Wolf headset. Let's do Eindhoven country. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another couple Euros to replay. Spawn north side as the blue Soviet forces, we got Jam Juicer. Spawn as the yellow US forces, we got Z Sir Bossy. Spawn south side as the red Wehrmacht player, we got Duck Hawk. And spawn as the magenta Wehrmacht player, we got U96, who's immediately selected the defensive doctrine. So we may see some Volksgrenadiers, not Volksgrenadiers, Obstwaffen. Struppen, that's the word I'm looking for. Red has gone for a MG skip, going straight for Grenadiers. And blue, let's see, yellow's also selected doctrine. We've got the Tactical Support Company, access to M1919s. Bring in a rifleman. Armored assault tactics now available, as well as the German mechanized doctrine as well. So all the players have selected their doctrines. May see an early 250 half track. 250 half tracks are pretty fun. And over here, we've also got the armored assault, which so we may see an ISU 1, or not ISU, IS2.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Rifle squad advancing. Wire now being built. We do have now Computer's getting some damage on these pioneers. Struppen here. And he is going to go for a sniper along with Struppen. That is a decent fire support. Struppen may offer a little bit more bulk than Grenadiers, allowing them to provide some good support for the sniper. We do have volley fire active there. It's always iffy when not how successful that is when a pioneers charge towards him. Does get suppression down. Of course, at point blank does get pinned, so he will win the fight, forcing back the pioneers there. Red's Grenadiers actually charge in the center of the map. And trying to decapture the sectors. Got two rifleman squads here. This is a cutoff sector, so you will deny the field sector. Got now these Struppen forward, the Grenadiers rotating around to support out. These Struppen will get report by the riflemen. Grenadiers doing some good focus fire there. He only needs to decapture the sector, doesn't need to fully capture to deny the income. Struppen falls back, so does that rifle squad there. He may be able to wipe out that rifle squad, he really focused him down. He did not, however. Our squad behind some heavy cover there, but three squads of Grenadiers should be able to do some good work against that one squad there. And his teammate Sniper is also hit a pretty good flank there. Great teamwork there, though this player is now left unchecked. Struppen has trouble. If they're not already in pre-placed positions, they just die. Flamethrower burning the pioneers. Infantry fire away suppresses both of the rifleman or the conscript squad. Flame warfare upgrade now complete. We'll start hit the rocks flamethrower squad. And does fall back there and there. Good M42 bursts from his teammates, so very good team cohesion so far this game. Grenadiers getting flanked by the 50 cal boat. Usually, 50 cal sounds like a flanking unit. Lieutenant or Lieutenant in this game. Push way forward. First name Lou, last name Tenant. Grenadiers do crawl behind some heavy cover there, so we'll start recovering suppression rapidly. We do cover some from the suppression quite rapidly. And the Grenadiers do fall back there. We do have the Flame Engineers getting some good hits on these conscripts. Struppen firing away from heavy cover, so the conscripts. Be a very long fight overall. Sniper fires a shot there, hits the rifleman squad. A couple Grenadiers found some good light cover. He needs to make sure he focuses fire. Did some good focus firing there. And the fight's still going. Looks like the Struppen is slowly winning the fight.
captain hitting the field.
Sniper does get a shot there on the rear echelon squad. Grenadiers advancing. No AoE suppression on the 50 cal. I thought that was going to happen when he was seeing this guy here. And we've got a captain on the field to support out Lou. So Cap and Lou are both on the field, so maybe Iron goes straight for the major after double officer. Very nice. Rough grenade there. He does avoid it.
Capture point is under attack.
And here comes Cap. Conscripts and the Flame Engineers decapturing this cutoff sector. However, we've got a MG42 here. And here's taking a bit of damage there. MG42 gets a half person captain, so he did not get full suppression onto him. And yellow's now going to ambulance. Red has now a 2-2 on the field. Just we gotta be a little bit careful with 50 cal, but it's pretty easy to be careful around it. It's only passively dangerous. You need to make sure, in order to get actively dangerous, you have to spend munitions. Ostrupen engaging the combat engineers. And over here we do have now the Ostrupen here getting beaten back. And more Ostrupen are here, which they'll probably be beaten back as well. Half-track here, with being upgraded to a quad half-track. They've not identified what doctrine Red's gone for. He has not done anything to reveal it. They should be got a good idea what Magenta's gone for. There's only 2 doctrines we can deploy all Strupen. And good chance that there's only one of those are selected. When it comes to bulletins affect Ostrupen, this bulletin does affect Ostrupen. Mortar's been deployed on by Red. We've got the radio intercept ability for Blue. Good to firing away. A light mechanized company deployed out by both players now. He's going to be hit by the auto cannon fire. And Mortar. Buzz roll and miss there. Grenadiers pushing forward over here. Water half track engaging. Now we've got these guys advancing to try and pursue these forces. And we've got a yellow half-track here as well, so Macy double quad half-track? Yeah, double quad half-track, that's interesting. Guess Yellow wanted the mobile anti-infantry support without going for either upgraded structures, so that's one way to play out this doctrine here, which I do like that aspect.
The capture point is being overrun.
MG42 getting hit. Nothing much it can do. He's not pushing one, so can't use armor piercing rounds. Does fall back there. Lucy does take a bit more to hit. And Red's not going for pack 40. Magenta's already gone for pack 40. Sniper has 7 kills so far. Oh, we may have seen a trip flare there, but I think it was cancelled. Pioneer currently deploying out structure. Bunker, very nice. Austria can help support building that, trying to get a medical bunker. Pack 40 connects and does manage to back off in time. Austrian squad needs to fall back there, down to 2 members.
Sturmgeschütz version E is ready to deploy.
Lieutenant now falling him back. Stug E can now be deployed in the field by Magenta if he gets his battle phase up and going. He does not have enough manpower for it. Bit of damage there. Pack 40 connects on the quad half track. Mortar range a little bit short.
The bunker is is now a field hospital.
Don't let up! Don't let me have it!
Good snipe shot there.
Don't let them move! They're fucking us up! We're taking fire!
Rifle squad sprinting its way forward. Good 2 firing away. Oh, I think that was the sniper went down there, right? Yep, that looks like the sniper. Quad half track does go down there. 2-2 straight forward. Quad half track beats 2-2. Hands Foss does connect, however. Quad half track's taking a bit of a beating. Oh, howdy. Thank you for the raid. I can't pronounce your name. 22. Welcome to the stream. Quad half track does go down there. The cow does fall back. Frontiers rotating around. I got the Pioneers forcing back the rear echelon squad. Looks like maybe going straight for the VP. Pack 40 and the MG sitting up over here. I'm horrible pronouncing names. I butcher every name possible. And I don't even have to try for that. We do now the Grenadiers trying to capture the fuel sector. Got the M1919s, however, hitting them. Lieutenant does force him back. The Lieutenant model is still up and going, so his Thompson is still able to fire. MG42, keep straight forward, trying to help protect, or maybe help decapture that fuel sector there. The rifle squad does keep behind some heavy cover there, but some is sticking out, so it may get suppressed. But got the captain and rifle squad on flank, does use on me, and he was retargeting over here either way. Lieutenant getting hit, and getting some good hits there, forcing back the MG42. Game on Moscow, he was versus me. Sorry, you must be talking about a previous game. My apologies. Grenadiers firing way behind some light cover. And may get overrun by the captain. The captain model is still up and going, so it is Thompson still up and going, as well as the bar. Rifle squad took a bit of beating there, starting to fall back. Rifle squad rotating around. We do have now the Grenadiers behind some heavy cover, unupgraded. Of course, we're behind some good heavy cover there. 50 cal is hitting them though. Grenadiers who force back the Rifle squad. Russian squad does get a bit of a flank going. 50 cal can at least still do some decent damage. On the right side, got the all-trooper engaging the conscript squad. Conscript squad there may want to fall back sooner than later. This conscript squad does capture the fuel sector. And he had an attack order onto it, so it did fall a little bit there. Ooh, decent Stuggy shot there. I don't do Company Heroes 3. I find Company Heroes 3 I hate it. I absolutely hate Company Heroes 3. I never played it past launch day. I tried, but it was horrible. Conscripts fall back over here. I do cast Company Heroes 1, so if you are interested in Company Heroes 1 replays, I do cast them generally every Thursday, so come back tomorrow if you want to see some Company Heroes 1. Captain and Rifle Squad patrol over here. AT guns sitting on up. Of course, won't do much versus infantry. Could do something versus 2-2. Yep, I'm a box person. Captain behind some good heavy cover there. Lieutenant could be out for this heavy cover as well. But of course, you can't move and shoot with the M1919s, and the Grenadiers just do fall back there. H42 will start getting a good angle here. May start doing some good suppression. Hits the captain, but that's about it. Over right here. He does get some damage there, but takes more damage in return. Will survive, but barely. And the all-troops are being upgraded some LMGs, and the flame engineers do get ripped apart. You don't have to really think hard on why. We do now have the conscripts, or combat engineers do sweep the telemine there, so pretty nice find. Telemines are always very dangerous. Fully swept as well. Pack 40 sitting up, trying to get the T-Lord 76. It has now one more penance done for.
Supply sector.
Trooper needs to start falling back. Taking a bit too much damage here. This guy is in light cover, and the conscripts will fall back. These guys should fall back, get reinforced. And looks like this Trooper squad will get... Oh, not sure why he pulled back both of those guys there. He was winning. Maybe misclick. 2-2, getting repaired on up. Got the mortar here, Pack 40 here. No MGs in center of the map. Does have MG back at home, or exiting home. Lieutenant behind some good heavy cover there, and got the rifle squad advancing as well. Captain in open ground, but of course with those three squads there, able to rip apart the grenadier even behind light cover. Let's see now, Yellow has the major on field, going for Jackson. You know, I don't think Jackson's actually a good idea at this moment in time. They have not seen any armored asset to really warrant it. Battle phase 3 on the way for Red. I think a regular Sherman tank would be perfectly fine. He already has an M180 gun, so I think a regular Sherman tank would have been a better option. But of course, you could go for Jackson now, and then perhaps save his fuel up for more quiet piece. I still think regular Sherman would be a better option. I do have a bias towards mass Shermans, mass TVD4s, mass Panzer 4s, and other mass medium tanks. Though Jacksons are very good at what they do. I just don't think it's necessary right now. Blue right now does have tier 4, has of course a T-Thor 76 on the field. Don't think T-Thor 85s are really necessary at the moment. T-Thor 34 76s I think are a little bit better for us anti-infantry, and that's what he needs at the moment. Yep, and this, when I do Company Heroes 2, I tend to keep my avatar a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit harder to see all the details. Jackson now advancing to 2-4, getting some hits there onto the rifleman. Magenta is currently going for the support armored cores, has 130 fuel, so enough for our Panzer 4 to say the least, and he also has enough fuel and command points for the Pack 43, which could be nice. A little bit situational though. I don't find enough armed assets to really warrant it. Red right now does have his Battle Phase 3 researched. Short barrel Panzer 4 is very nice, but maybe I'm for a Brumbar. He has double Pack 40, so a Brumbar could be quite nice. Short barrel Panzer 4 can support any sort of playstyle. Incendiary or Molotov there, making the Austrian very warm. And the Austrian squad does fall back there. Pack 40 does roll a miss, and got the conscript squad here getting hit as well. Left side, we do have now the major falling him back. Jackson, Captain, Rifle Squad. 50 cal also repositioning. Grenadiers will need some one up there. Of course, you never know what else is up there.
We're losing a capture point.
Captain, Lieutenant, and Rifle Squad pushing down south. Double Pack 40 here. M242 sitting up in a good time. Of course, Captain's Veteran 3, so they will sprint out of combat. Conscripts took a pretty big hit there. T-476 trying to get some damage. Got a Soviet landmine there, which I may have been detonated by this Stug E. Its engine's also down. 2 pans, it will take it out. Grenadiers do fall back there. This Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover, but we've got these guys charging way forward. Got a mix of bars and 1919s, and of course officers Thompsons. Lieutenant's falling back. 2-2 push way forward. What do you want to search and answer SCV to communicate with me? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Got the aircraft being shot down by 2-2, very nice. That was probably recon pass from the major, or nope, it was actually from the recon run, so nice early pick there. 2-2 is more or less a soft AA unit. Over here, T-Thor 76 advancing, may find a pair of Pack 40s, which could take it out pretty quickly. 2-2 here with a spotting scope, so Zava spot. Because I'm a fox person. Couldn't foxes have tails? Got conscripts pushing along the right flank. Off-Struppen engaged engaging from heavy cover. Molotov thrown. Conscripts lose the fight, but so do the Ostroupen. You may get fully wiped out right here. Down to one last model. That's a Stug G, not a Stug E. So it looks like Stug Light for Magenta. No battle phase 3. Does get the full wipe there. We do now have the Sherman Calliope now deployed on the field. Does get tapped by the Pack. Oh! Nope, the other Pack 40 shot does miss. I saw the one Pack 40 shot, then saw the other Pack 40 thinking that it got the kill, but did not. So, looks like Red got a little unlucky there. Got Calliope Rocket Barrage trying to hit the Pack 40s now. And that one could be healed up by the Grenadier's medical supplies that's right next to him. Grenadiers are falling back there. The M1919s are just as effective as the LMG 42s.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
2-2 needs some repairs. One pen is done for. Those not many things on the field are nearby to do that one pen. Well, Jackson's somewhat close. Stug E engaging the conscript. Of course, does get a good hit there, knocking out half his health approximately. Flamethrower can get some good damage there. He's pretty bunched up. If the flamethrower goes to hitting that one model there, however, does avoid most of the fire from the Molotov. Stug G is not very effective versus infantry. You've got a fresh Ostroupen here. At this point in time, I don't think fresh Ostroupen is a good idea. I think it's better just swap Panzer Grenadiers or Grenadiers. Ostroupen fall off pretty quickly, and fresh ones just don't last very long. Oh, that shot. Oh, he's using the smoke barrage there, but he's getting caught up on the castle turret there. That's a little bit unlucky. Also, somewhat interesting of all that smoke there. A bit of a mushroom cloud, isn't it? Pack 40 truck, T-476 here. Doesn't miss one, so itself can capture up BP. Comshiers could also get some good repairs. Down here, Pack 43 summoned. That's not like a great spot for Pack 43, honestly. It's better to put the Pack 43 over here where it can help where most of the contention of the map is. Rifle Squadron capping hitting the MG42 there. And you got the Grenadiers engaging as well. Get some free shots there as he's trying to pick off the rest of the MG. On the left side, Grenadiers force back the Major. And double Pack 40 there. The MG does get decrewed there. 2-2 forward. Good pen there onto the 2-2. Pack 40 is back on off. Grenadiers advance. We got the ISU, or not ISU, IS-2 now pulled on the field. Being upgraded to dish gun now. Good pens on the Stug G. Got the focus awesome straight forward. Left side here, Panther now advancing, trying to hit the Jackson. Rifle squad heading down south. Calliope has been incredible enough to withstand another shot. Jackson received a miss there. And they gotta be a bit careful, there's a lot of AT here. Does get a bounce there though. Many bounces, many misses. T-476 pushes forward, does get an AT grenade from the rifleman. Let's see, any strafing runs, anything of that sort? Nope, no rocket strikes, nothing to finish it off there, but finish it off. Conscripts pushing forward, Panther will escape on out of there. A lot of Grenadiers here. Those conscripts won't have a bit of trouble. Needs focus fire down the Grenadier over there. Stug G falling back, trying to get AT grenade from the conscript squad. Ostroupen pushing way forward. You got an MG bunker there. 2-2 forward. Some got the strafing run being on view. This needs up there on the back of the 2-2 and a little bit of damage there, which is significant. May suppress his teammates' conscripts there though. Grenadiers are probably have some light cover and try and engage these conscripts. 7 men there, so can't simply merge together and fall back to one guy. Bit of Molotov there. And got the Grenadiers pushing a little over here. 50 cal is suppressing them. Rifle going down to it, but only takes out the gunner with the lieutenant nearby. Not a really good rifle grenade. And this all-shooter squad needs to fall back, and this guy needs to fall back as well. Also on fire, about to get wiped on out, but will likely get wiped out there. Does. Sure. Though I haven't played in a couple years, honestly. I mostly just, when I was playing, I was mostly just playing 3v3s with random teammates. Got the rank 2, or, what's the term? Not rank 2. Rank 20 is higher up, while position 2 with 3v3s becomes a Vermont random teammates. A couple times. Grenadiers engaging. Lieutenant, Specialty 3, rifle grenade there. And now got the Major. Do not have the Pants 4. There was a little bit of miss there. Gets shot there in the Lieutenant, and got the Major getting built apart overall. Will not be able to capture that sector. And gets fully wiped out there. Calliope Barrage nailing the mortar. And there goes the mortar. Panther does a bit of damage. Grenadiers advancing. Jackson does take a pen there. Chauffeur pens a 4, getting a hit. Jackson does take a couple pens there. Pack 40 is advancing. Good shot there in the chauffeur pens 4. Needs to start falling back. Rolls back there. We do have now the Stug E over here. Conscripts for 4. Got the all-shooter falling on back. Quickly firing away. Grenadiers help out. Got the IS-2 advancing. Unvetted. Middle mount upgraded. Good splash hit there on the Grenadiers. And both these Pack 4s in Special Suit 1. Grenadiers advancing. The Captain gained some light cover. Well, don't think the Captain has the M1919, does he? Captain does get suppressed. Short barrel pants 4 provides damage resistance. Let's see. Sorry, I missed some conversations. Been too focused on. Let's see. Considering how much information. Oh.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Got a bit of a wipe there from Tusha. Act 43 not getting hit though. I wonder if they've actually seen it yet. Because that would definitely be a higher priority. It depends. If you want to try to push forward infantry, taking the MG would be a better option. But usually the Pack 43 is a indirect fire magnet. 5P rocket barrage running on in. Stug G tangling with the IS-2. Generally it's not a great fight for Stug G. May only use target 3 points, but then again it's not one of a real stun anymore. Almost gets wiped down out. Does fall back there. Oh, there goes the Stug. I looked away for a moment.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Good hit there. Got the conscripts of Lot falling back. Nope, definitely not. My avatar has Mongol armor. Don't think that it's in that sort of realm. You now have the Panther. Gets a good shot there. Receive the pen there, and the Scott as well. Panther does take some hits there. Overall, the Jackson will fall back. He's going to make it the crew. Does get the crew. Panther's at half health. And Stug E is Specialty 3. Jackson being repaired on up. Pack 40 there. Specialty 2. Commandeers are trying to get some repairs in the IS-2, which is severely wounded. Jackson advanced way forward, got some Scotch shots down south, but nothing there, other than some corpses sliding across the ground. And the Captain B-42 will be falling back. We now have the Austrupen falling back. For me, the other F words seem to be a bit more fitting. The word furry probably best is adequate. Grenadiers now advancing. Short barrel pants 4 push way forward. And apparently that's also quite common with network engineers. Not sure why, apparently. 2-2 firing away, hitting the conscripts. Oop, looks like this time the Pack 43 gets nailed. Those can be crude. The gun itself has plenty of health though. Conscripts are quite wounded, so can't really push forward near that Stug E. Plenty of health there, so the Pioneers could try to repair it, then capture. Conscripts capture the central VP. Over here, got the Grenadiers advancing. I think aircraft got shot down there. As well as connects to Jackson. Of course, is at full health, so no snare. On the right side, Stug E, and Short Barrel Panzer 4. There goes the bunker. Get some hits there. IS-2 is a hit there on the Ausstruppen. Conscripts at full health, and there's plenty of light cover there for the Ausstruppen now, so they get their buff. Molotov does emulate the Ausstruppen a little bit. Good pen there. But use the heat round there to cause some issues for the IS-2. Does do the heat round there, but just blinds it. Oh, on the left side looks like the Panther does get some shots in, but got double Jackson there. Stogie gets a hit there on the capture MG42. Oh no, that's the Maxim. Another good hit there. Actually, 3, the Stogie does get pretty good rate of fire. Grenadiers now push way forward. Couple of conscripts here, bit of smoke there. Great shot there. Very good shot there. And that shot, not so great. Mr. Barrage gets a good hit there on the Grenadiers. Oh, that guy went down. GoPro Panzer 4 firing away. Does find 10% damage resistance to the Grenadier.
Is attempting to steal our sector.
Good hit there by the Stug E. And we've got another recon overflight from the US player. And does allow them to get a pretty good flight barrage there on these Pack boys, knocking them both out. And the Rifle Squad pushing forward, and not letting them really push forward and reclaim them. Allowing Jackson to engage and tangle with the Panther. Of course, 10% damage resistance does make it go a much longer way. Now the Rifle Squad is pressed, Grenadiers pushing along the left flank. Does obtain one of the Pack 40s. Quite nice. We have a shaker run there from Silver Player. Aircraft gets shot down cinematically. AT grenade does connect onto the Panther. And Jackson unable to secure the kill because the Pack 4 is warding away. Pascal's connects in that Jackson. IS-2 has plenty of health. Oh, and we do have now the sector artillery in multiple sectors. We do have now the Ausstruppen. Of course, gonna get ripped apart there, no problem. And a bit of repairs there onto the IS-2.
Arrived from the fatherland.
We do have now the Ausstruppen here, and hit a little bit. Stug E advancing. Panther, another Wehrmacht Panther blowing field. Pack 43 has been re-obtained. Looks like its gun did not get repaired though. Looks like it may get decrewed once again. Needs to rotate over here, but the IS-2 is in range. I thought first that it wasn't.
Are securing our territory.
But now apparently the IS-2 is out of range, but barely. Info-42, suppressing on the conscript squad, all shooting falling back. Those conscripts who are on to the force and get a AT grenade on. Oh, well, just like the MG42 now. Throws Molotov on the MG42. Great shot there. Panther pushes way forward.
Suffering losses.
AT grenade will connect with the Panther. It's the crit. Looks like the Molotov was successful decrewing the Pack 43. Wipes out that squad entirely. That squad is quite wounded, so one well-placed shot will take it out. You could do something stupid and try killing the Pack 43 to hit these guys. Oh, and that shot missed. Hit the turret. Hitting the turret is set to the wrong RTS. You shouldn't be shooting the turret. This is the wrong RTS for that. This hit there. Is he going for the... No, going for AT grenade. Pack 40 bounced on IS-2. He could go for a heat round. Or maybe target weak points. Gets the crew there. Panther repaired up enough. Gets a good pin there on IS-2. Reindeer is heading over there. IS-2 does fall back. This gun does get shot in the Panther. Over here, rifle squad and captain straight forward. Panther does take a good hit there. Trooper and support, finds the fire support. And the 2 units fall back. Pack 40 double taps the Jackson. Another double tap could pick it out. Misses there. Panzer IV does fall back. Oh, on the right side, got the T-34 76. Destroys the Pack 43. Red has 2 Panthers now in the field. Magenta has enough fuel for a second Panther. That may be a little bit too many Panthers, honestly. Panzer Warfare or Calliope rocket barrage ring up in. Strikes a little bit of everything. All shooting does get hit there. Stokie. Good hit there.
We must stiffen our resolve. We are down to 75 points.
Panthers and Panzer IV straight forward. There's smoke there. Bazooka does connect. Looks like only one bazooka in that squad. GoPro Panzer IV does take a good hit there. AT grenade there. It is close to 0 health. It is now at 0 health. And looks like the Panther does find a light AT mine fly to rear echelons. Very nice. Rare thing to see those things, and I always like to see them actually being used. AT grenade or does destroy the engine and the barrel. The other Panther is blitzing on out of there, so Red's losing a good amount of momentum there. Magenta at this rate may need to go for another Panther. Is going for another Panther. Stokie does get a good hit down the rifleman. Oh, we got the point of origin error box being exposed there. But I've last seen that on this map. Yep, it's the missing entity button. It actually is on every single map, but the point of origin is 0.000. And I don't think maps can get below 0 in the Z-axis is the vertical, right? I always get it in 3D planes. Y is usually up and down on 2D planes, but I think Z is the vertical axis, or is it still Y? Either way, now the Panther getting good hits there. Blitzing, trying to take out the Calliope, does receive engine crit there. Has plenty of help to tangle with. Jackson, however, now have rearmor. May want to throw not enough ammo for evac. But the other one is forward, able to take good damage. Does get double tap there again. One more pen is done for. And does take the Panther there. Oh, Shogi gets a pen. And receives the pen pretty easily. Pack 40 firing away. Red's Panthers patrolling. Magenta's other Panthers. Jackson goes down. Panthers are charging. Almost looks like it's one player, but both players are charging together. Takes out the other Calliope. Was it the same Calliope? I can't remember. Jackson will go down next. We'll see the miss there. Does get pen there and finished off auto control, so no other pen. Magenta's Panther is at full health, or close enough to full health, so don't have to worry about 8 grenade to snare it. This guy just may need to creep away. We'll take a bit of damage from on retreat. Pack 40 is trying to hit the IS-2. IS-2 trying to hit this Panther. does hit that Panther. Attack 40s if possible. Use target weak point. That's good, it's there. The Judge's Panther is not paying close enough attention to IS-2 to take it out. One of these attack 40s go down, and 1919s show little mercy. Looks like IS-2 will escape on out of there. This guy's creeping away. Oh, we got this guy trying to capture the sector, but not paying close enough attention there. And Red has Axis players have actually ran out of VPs. Is Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. That's probably going to be my last replay tonight, but you guys also want to see my player card. I don't know how much information still shows, since I've not been active for a bit of time, but let me pull that up. And yep. Let's see, player card should still be here. Yep, this is my old player card. Mostly did just 3v3s. Let's see, 3-player. And yep, for UK, definitely did have played British forces the least. Probably Wehrmacht I probably played the most. And it's also Soviets there, so Wehrmacht there, Soviets there. And of course, OKW. No, I thought I played OKW a little bit more. And US a little bit more. Mostly just Soviets and Wehrmacht. Or Austere. But either way. Nope. And that should be good. Either way, this is Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good rest."